On 2nd of February 2024, Apple released its first virtual reality headset, Apple Vision Pro, competing against Meta Quest, Samsung, and Google. At the same time, chatbots and generative AI are dominating the market. All the major tech giants, Google, Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, and OpenAI, are competing against each other to develop their own AI technologies. The stock of semiconductor companies like TSM, Nvidia, Intel, Qualcomm, Broadcom are skyrocketing.
Nvidia is truly the envy of the world. Revenue is up by 265%. Imagine that, 265%.
The CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, is raising $7 trillion to start his own semiconductor company. 5G is becoming mainstream. 6G has already been introduced in China. The global average screen time of people has crossed 7 hours a day.
But today, the average 18-year-old in the United States is on pace to spend 93% of their remaining free time looking at a screen.
All the major brands are starting their stores in Metaverse, including H&M, Nike, Burberry, Gucci, Adidas. Cryptos and NFTs are more popular than ever before. On May 2023, FDA approved the first human testing of Neuralink brain implant technology. All this is pointing towards just one thing, the one big thing, that is Metaverse. On this channel, we mostly discuss economics, business case studies, and social topics. But why all of a sudden I am talking about Metaverse? Because Metaverse is going to redefine the human society in next few years. And it is important for you to understand how the current landscape of internet is evolving and heading towards the future, that is virtual reality. In this video, we will discuss about Metaverse and its future prospects and how it will change businesses, economies, and social norms. So your first question should be, what is Metaverse? So imagine Metaverse as a massive virtual world where you can do anything you love but in a virtual space. To understand it better, let's see the evolution of technology and internet over the years. It started in late 1970s when the huge computers were replaced by small personal computers which you can put on your desk and do your work. Then there came internet in late 1980s. Information was freely available to everyone.
Every business, no matter how large, and no matter how small, will be on the internet in the year 2000.
People started connecting over internet, which laid the foundation of modern internet we see today. Then there comes the era of smartphones. Apple released its first iPhone.
Way smarter than any mobile device has ever been, and super easy to use. This is what iPhone is.
And the rest we all know. And currently we are seeing a new revolution in internet and we are heading towards Web3, Metaverse. All this time we have been experiencing internet in 2 dimensions, and it is controlled by some major companies like Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, etc. But in the Metaverse, internet will be 3-dimensional. It will not be just on your screen, you will be into it. So to create a Metaverse, multiple ingredients are required to be on place. That's why I named the video The Perfect Recipe of Metaverse. So what are those ingredients? There is computing technologies, internet and networking, decentralized system, then there comes service providers and creators and users. And to fasten the overall process, there is a catalyst required. So let's understand it with the example of Web 2 we are currently living in. In place of computing devices, we have personal computers and our smartphones. For internet and networking, we have 4G, which can provide 100 Mbps of data speed. In place of decentralized system, we have a centralized system controlled by some major tech companies like Google, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, etc. In service providers, we have search engines, browsers, and some social media platforms, which are being controlled by the government and the company owners. And in place of creators and users, there are you and me and businesses. Few years ago, the idea of metaverse seemed unreal or imaginistic, but currently it is becoming the reality. I remember when I was a child in about 2011 or 12, I used to think how the future will be. There will be drones, electric cars and vehicles, and people living in virtual reality, drones becoming mainstream, and development of artificial intelligence, the labor work done by the robots and replacing human jobs. Yeah, basically. And all these things are becoming reality nowadays. So in case of Web3 or Metaverse, the components are as following. The first one is spatial computing. The technologies are virtual reality headsets, the edge computing, and Neuralink technology. In virtual reality headsets, we have companies like Apple with Vision Pro, Meta with Meta Quest, and other companies like Samsung and Google. In place of edge computing, we have companies like Nvidia and other semiconductor chip companies providing high-end graphic cards. And Neuralink creating its own new category with its brain implant technology. And we can see the growth in the Neuralink technology. Maybe in future you will be able to feel, smell and experience it just like the actual reality. When these technologies will be completely developed, you won't be able to differentiate between augmented reality and virtual reality. In case of internet and connectivity, we already have 4G, which can provide 100 Mbps of data speed. And India has already become the second largest network of 5G internet services, which can provide up to 312 Mbps of data speed. And it is estimated by Qualcomm that in near future, after the advancements in 5G, the internet speeds will reach 5 GB per second, which can provide seamless experience for Metaverse. In Metaverse, ownership will be decentralized and it will be controlled by its users. Everyone will be a creator and a contributor. And as there are advancements in cryptocurrencies, NFTs, cloud computing, the user will be able to create their own metaverse. In this way, the ownership will be decentralized. In case of decentralized system, we have three technologies. One is blockchain, second is cloud computing, and third is quantum computing. The cryptocurrencies, NFTs are the primary examples of use of blockchain technology, which can be used for a decentralized economy in the metaverse. You can create and buy assets in metaverse in form of NFTs. With the advancements in the cloud computing, you will be able to store a huge amount of data on cloud. And with the advancements in quantum computing, currently it is in the research phase. All the major tech giants are doing research in quantum computing. But once it is developed, your data will be more secured than ever before. It will be more encrypted than ever before. In case of service providers, we have Unity, Unreal Engine, AR Toolkit, Google AR Core, Apple AR Kit, Max ST AR. Then there comes virtual reality platforms like Decentral and XC Infinity and Sandbox, which can help people to create their own metaverses by their choice, which is decentralized. And in the part of creators and users, there are people like you and me and businesses which will be the part of metaverse. As we have already seen, the global average screen time of people has crossed 7 hours a day. So it won't be a big deal for people to switch to metaverse. And लोग cool बनने के लिए तो कुछ भी कर लेते हैं. As we can see, most of the humans behave like apes. What the other person is doing, we are off to do the same thing. Then there are businesses like Gucci, Nike, H&M creating their own metaverses to attract new customers. They are selling virtual clothes even organizing the events for the new movers in the metaverse. Metaverse will open the new gates for the gaming industry. Same applies in the case of businesses and users. Then there was a catalyst we discussed. In this case, this is artificial intelligence. To get an idea of artificial intelligence, just look OpenAI. It was an organization opened just few years back which was fully dedicated to do research in AI and similar technologies. And the results it has given is surprising and shocking at the same time. This company came up with the basic version of ChatGPT, which shook the foundation of Google, the tech giant, in just 3 months of its existence. Then they came up with DALL-E. At the same time, Midjourney was introduced in the market. And now they are coming up with Sora. With Midjourney you can generate any graphic image with just a prompt. With ChatGPT you can generate any text with a prompt. And in this case with Sora you can generate 4K videos with just a prompt up to 1 minute. They are telling us it is 1 minute, but actual length could be anything.
Halfway across the world from Singapore, a tech company which is already changing the world, a tech company called OpenAI, which brought you ChatGPT not too long ago. That company announced a new platform, a new AI platform called Sora. Sora allows you to key in text, type in some text, a prompt, and it can produce videos which are indistinguishable from what Hollywood can produce today and what smaller studios can produce.
As we discussed in the previous videos, there are few companies which you can count on your hands which control the global economy and sets the trend for global economy. In this case, why do you think they are releasing new AIs in a short interval of time? Because they are preparing the global economy to withstand the shock produced by the artificial intelligence. Most of the jobs will be gone, and it's reality. Anyone who comes to you and say your job won't be replaced by AI, it will be replaced by the people who use AI and anything like that. It's not like that. The AI is capable to replace every job that requires basic education and little bit of creativity. We discussed 5 components. First one was computing devices, second was internet services, third was decentralized system, fourth is service provider, and last one is creators and users. And all these 5 components are affected by AI, especially the service providers and creators and users segment. In case of creators and users, the AI will become the creator in the near future. In case of service providers, it won't require any coders to generate this virtual reality. It will be done on the basis of prompts, and there will be huge demands of prompt engineers in the future. Even the CEO of Nvidia has came out and said that there is no need of programmers in the future, all because of natural language processing by AI.
I'm going to say something, and it's going to sound completely opposite of what people feel. You probably recall over the course of the last 10 years, 15 years, almost everybody who sits on a stage like this would tell you it is vital that your children learn computer science. Everybody should learn how to program. And in fact, it's almost exactly the opposite. It is our job to create computing technology such that nobody has to program. And that the programming language, it's human. Everybody in the world is now a programmer. This is the miracle. This is the miracle of artificial intelligence.
It's threatening, but it's true. Let's talk about the opportunities you will get in the metaverse. The first one is new jobs will be created. For example, there will be a huge demand of user experience experts. Then there will be a huge demand of prompt engineers and people with unique ideas. There will be new opportunities in all the 5 segments we discussed earlier. You will get a new mover advantage in businesses and as a creator as well. A number of digital assets will be created which you can take advantage of. And of course there will be new startup ideas. Now let's come to the conclusion of the video. The conclusion won't be as positive as the video was. So after the metaverse, it's my perspective, not anyone else's. See, after the metaverse there will be increase in depression, loneliness, and men will be more lonely than ever before. Introverts will become more introvert. People will like virtual reality more than the actual reality, and there will come a point where you won't be able to distinguish between virtual reality and actual reality. Humans will even become incapable of critical thinking, and no comments on the physical health of the people.